This is the RØDECaster video. It is an all-in-one setup for content creation, for solo creators, for podcasters, live streamers, and even pro-level broadcasters. This is pretty much as good as it gets when it comes to this kind of tech on the market at the moment. So what we're going to do in this video is deep dive into most of the settings. I'm going to try and cover everything I can in this video. I probably won't cover everything, so if there's anything I miss or anything you want to know about this product, because you're more than likely looking to purchase one of these if you're watching this video, then let me know in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to make a video on it, a bit of content on it to let you know how to do it if I will miss something, because there's a lot to cover. So yeah, comment down below what you want to see about this thing, and subscribe. It really does help. Okay, so let's deep dive into it. Basically, what this is a video switcher. We can switch between sources, up to 6 sources. Not only video, it actually does audio as well. I've got the Shure SM7B plugged into an XLR input on here. This RØDECaster video has 2 XLR inputs in here for absolutely amazing audio. And if you're familiar with Rode products, this actually features the same Revolution preamps that you get in something like the RØDECaster Duo, which I've been using for my audio over the last year or so. So the audio quality is amazing. Video quality is 1080p, so you're streaming live in 1080p and recording internally on this thing via an SSD card in 1080p as well. Basically, what I've done with this video is I've recorded into the SSD, because you can plug it into a USB-C port on here, and then I've upscaled it in post-production in Final Cut to 4K, so you're still getting 4K quality. You're kind of tricking YouTube into thinking it's 4K, so there is a bit of a workaround. I was initially a little bit disappointed that it wasn't 4K, because I could use this to record my videos and negate the need for sort of editing in post-production. I could just switch between sources like I do in my normal videos, but there is a workaround, and that is the workaround that I've found. It still looks fantastic quality. It still shows up on YouTube as 4K quality, so that's not a real issue for me. Okay, let's look at the buttons, because along the bottom you've got 1 to 6, and that is the video input. So we've got 1 here, we've got 2, and we've got an overhead. You can have up to 6. We've got 4 HDMI inputs there, and then we've got 2 USB-C ports which can be used with particular webcams. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get the Insta360 link, which would be amazing for this setup to work with this. There are specific webcams that work with it, and there are specific microphones, USB-C microphones from Rode that work in these USB-C ports as well. So audio-wise, you can have, I think, up to 9 sources altogether, which is bonkers. So I'm recording all this live inside of the SSD from the RØDECaster video. This button here is the big record button and stream button. You can stream live from this with Wi-Fi, so wirelessly stream with these Wi-Fi antennas, and it's got an Ethernet port on the back as well for live streaming and doing that kind of thing, broadcasting level. So yeah, there's a lot to cover. It's absolutely phenomenal. On the top, you've got your scene selection. Now, you can actually go into the Rode Central application and pre-program different scenes. So you've got this one, which is pretty cool, picture-in-picture. The only thing with picture-in-picture that I've found is that you can't change the size of the picture-in-picture, which is a little bit unfortunate. Maybe they'll update that in a firmware update. But there are plenty of other scenes to choose from, like this one. So this is B. So this is side-by-side. So we've got the top-down shot and this shot. You can actually add borders, like I have done around this, different color borders to your video sources, and also background. So this sort of hexagon background I've added myself via a JPEG, added media into Rode Central, and you can customize it to your heart's content, add whatever media you want into it, basically. Also, I've got this one. This is another sort of picture-in-picture kind of thing. You've got a source down the bottom and me on the top. Then D is that one, so you can have 3 sources, and there are different scenes for up to the 6 sources, which is bonkers. It really is crazy. So I've got 3 sources here, the top down. We've got this one, which is cool. I've built all these myself. It literally took me about an hour. It is a bit of a learning curve learning this thing, because there's so much going on here. But once you get the hang of it, it's seamless. It's so easy. We've got F, and then we've got G, side by side. This camera, that camera. Hello. Okay, so let's switch to the main camera. So then just go press 1 to go back to your main sources. If you want to change the transition, you've got a touch screen over here. So this is all touch screen. You can control it by this sort of multifunction knob here as well, by pressing that, and it goes through all the different menus and stuff. We press home. The transition you can change to dip if you want to. So if I go to auto name and then go from there, it dips into the different scenes rather than just cut into the different scenes. You've also got wipe, which is brilliant. So we can wipe across to that scene and wipe across to this scene. Or you can also wipe across to your different scenes on the top that you've created. Everything works seamlessly with the transition button. I'm just going to put it back onto cut for the time being, and we're going to change that just to, what was it? Fade. Yeah, we're going to do that. Okay, so it's back on fade, and we just switch between the different sources. Right, okay, so the A and G buttons have multi-purpose use as well. So on the side, if I go back to this one, you've got a media button. So media, you can load different media into here and then assign it to these A to G buttons as well. So if I press A, it will start my starting stream media, play a bit of music, still got me in the background. So that's what that does. And I've also got an ending stream one as well. So stream is over. That's the sort of stuff that I do for my Amazon live streams. It's all set up on here, ready to go with a push of a button. Then we've got overlays. And I've added some different overlays, PNGs, so they overlay on top of this. So I can put that on mute. I press C for ask me a question. I can do subscribe. And then I've got A, which is my little ZR logo down there as well. So all these overlays are customizable within the Rode Central app. Go in there, customize all this to your heart's content. Obviously, you can just put unlimited media in there. It's bonkers. You have actually got in here a mini SD card on there, a micro SD card, sorry, and you can upload all your media to that and transfer it into the Rode Central via that SD card. So that's in there as well. Over here, we've got inspect button. Oh, let's just go back to this bit, sorry. We've got this picture in picture. This is where you customize all your picture in pictures. You slide it across and you've got all these different options, look, here for the different picture in picture modes. You can actually customize it in here if you want to. You haven't got to do it in the Rode Central app. It's all can be done within this. So that is the picture in picture bit. And then the bottom, you've got keying. So key is obviously chroma key. You can actually have a green screen behind you and it does the keying in the RØDECaster video for you without any post-production. So I've actually ordered a green screen. That's a video I'm going to be doing soon, showing you how to do that. So make sure you subscribe. How do we do this? Which one was it? Make sure you subscribe. Press the bell so you don't miss that future video coming up soon. So we've got that. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, over here, we've got something called the inspect button. So the inspect button gives you a inspection of what's coming next on your stream. So if I press the inspect button, everything turns red on here. And if I press that button, it gives me a shot on the monitor in front of me here of what's coming next. And then you just press the button again and it will switch to that. So I know what's going over to. So you can inspect what your next scene is going to be before you switch to it, just in case it's the wrong scene. So that's brilliant. Okay, so on this screen here, you can just see it in shot on that camera. I've got a screen in front of me with the multi-view, and then I've got my main screen over there with the full view of what the program is over there. So that's the output and what I've seen, and then I've got all the inputs and everything, audio, scenes loaded up on this screen, and you can swap it between two screens. So now you've got two outputs on here. I've got this output and this output. I'm going to get some more of these coloured cables because they're brilliant. It really helps you keep track of all your inputs and outputs. So this is an output to the mini screen and this is an output to my main monitor. That way I can see the full view on my main monitor and the multi-screen on my little monitor, and I keep track of everything. So, and it gives you your record time, your stream time, your data, your storage, all your sound effects and video and audio and everything on there. It's brilliant. It really is fantastic. Let's see if let's talk about the inputs then, because I've written it down because there's so much to cover on here. Like I said, if you want to know anything else, if I'm missing anything, please let me know in the comments. So, two USB-C inputs which can be used with specific web cameras. You've got 4 HDMI in, 2 out, which we've just touched on. 2 pairs of audio out as well, and to headphones and to a speaker. So this here is to my headphones. You've actually got 2 other ports on the side there to actually put them out to speakers, to monitoring speakers if you want to as well. So that's in there. So audio wise, you are covered. You've got 2 XLR inputs, which are those Revolution inputs which we've talked about. Just like the RØDECaster Duo, the audio is phenomenal. And that's the audio you're listening to right now through this recorded live. It's crazy. You can switch between 6 video feeds with all control over output and transitions. We've just touched on that. First, to offer fully customizable scene-based switching. So this is built into the Rode Central, fully customizable. Like I said, you can do it to your heart's content. It is brilliant. So you can really customize your stream, have everything loaded on there, ready to go. It really is so seamless when you're using this. Very, very good. Over here, incidentally, you've got your audio control, so I can control my output monitor level there. You've got 2 of those, and for the speaker, so you switch between 1, 2, and the speaker. I've got it on 1, and then you can just monitor your output. You can change your transition speed. You've got settings, video, storage, device, audio delay, and multi-track and stuff like that. So it's all customizable in there, and this is your audio level there. So I've got it on combo 1 at the moment for my Shure SM7B, and it gives you a little reading of your record time or your stream time as well. Everything's on here. It's really, really good, I've got to say. What else we've got? You can all mix and process in here and route, so you can actually ISO record things as well. So if you want to record each audio separately, it'll give you a separate file on the recording. You can do that as well. Up to 9 audio sources, so yeah, back up all your audio. There's no better feeling than having backed up audio. I've filmed many videos in the past and realised that my microphone wasn't on or something. If you're recording it all separately, you can still recover it and get a video out of it. The cherry on the top is hands-free switching. This is something that's brand new to this kind of thing. Basically, if you've got multiple camera sources, you're filming a podcast, you can actually have it set up for auto switching. So whoever's talking, the software will switch that camera. So if you're filming a podcast, that would be amazing. That would save you so much time in post-production. It does it automatically for you. So yeah, I'm not sure of any other systems that do that. Maybe pro level systems of hundreds of thousands of dollars do that, but the RØDECaster Video does that. It has auto switching. That's just a bonkers feature that I've never come across before. Next page. Yeah, we've talked about the display. You can record directly, ISO recording as well. You stream directly, wirelessly remote via the Rode Central. So if you've got a director, a producer with a separate laptop logged in to this recording or logged into this stream, can be sitting over there wirelessly connected via the laptop to this wirelessly over the same network and control your stream from another location. So yeah, you can do that as well. So it really is pro level broadcast stuff. That's pretty much everything I think I've covered. If you want to know anything else, please comment down below. I will make a video for you. That's as simple as that. Downsides, let's talk about the downsides because, yeah, we've mentioned the 1080p, but there is a workaround. I really hope they can update that or make it so it can record internally or externally onto the SSD in 4K and maybe even live stream. I think the reason was, from what I've heard, is that they wanted to make sure everything was reliable. If you push it up to 4K, you could have problems with freezing and overheating, maybe a fan noise. So yeah, that's probably why it's not 4K. Streaming, live streaming in 1080p is more than I keep on forgetting to switch, is more than enough, to be honest. For me, I stream in 720p on Amazon. So yeah, if I could record in 4K natively, that'd be amazing, but there is a workaround by exporting it and upscaling it. So that's not a problem. I've put complicated, but it did only take me probably a couple of hours to set up everything up from scratch, get all my scenes done, learn it. It's taken me a few days to really get to grasp of how everything works. Make this video really helps because I'm talking about it, I'm looking around and learning stuff as we're doing it. The price is $999. It is a pro level product. It's not something that you'd buy if you've just got one video source and an audio source. I would recommend just buying a capture card if you're just using one camera for live streaming, and then maybe the RØDECaster Duo for your amazing audio with those Revolution preamps. I wouldn't recommend something like this if you're not using a multicam setup. It is quite expensive and you probably don't need it. But saying that, This is a well worth investment if you're looking for something like this. It is the best thing around that I've used. Far better than anything like the Blackmagic design one that I've used in the past. Just that this blows it out of the water. It really does. This is not a sponsored video. Rode did send me this to review, but they have no input on the video. They haven't asked me to make particular content. They don't get to see it before I publish it. They've just said, here you are, Zander. Let me know what you think. Give us some feedback of the product and how we can improve it. That's what this video is about, and hopefully we can do that together in future videos as well. So cool company, cracking product, fully worth the investment if you're looking for something like this. Okay, that's it for this one. Comment down below, anything I've missed, let me know. I'll make a video. Subscribe to the channel, really helps. Give this video a like as well. Appreciate it. See you on the next one. Bye guys.